Hi, I'm Ben, and this is Wine, and this is the Ben and Wine headquarters, or my living room. Today we're going to be looking at a half bottle of EGuigal Cote Du Rhone from the 2004 vintage. Okay, Cote Du Rhone. So, Cote Du Rhone basically means the slopes of the Rhone Valley. Very, very famous wine region, and I think EGuigal is possibly the most famous, and it's one of those wines, or one of those styles of wines, that Australia's been seeing for a very long time, and only recently we're starting to see a few more companies bringing in Cote Du Rhone wines. This is in the appellation of Cote Du Rhone, which is quite a warm site. They use Grenache, Shiraz and Mourvedre, so 3 grapes are allowed to make this wine. Most often, given that this is sort of an entry-level style wine, they're probably using a little bit more Grenache than anything else. Light, spicy, some nice fruit. 04 was a very good vintage. So we'll have a bit of a look at it. I think you can probably see straight off that it's got quite a bit of colour. It's definitely quite, well, almost purple. Some really dark red, some really interesting meaty characteristics coming off that, meat in a good way. It's quite spicy. It's also quite leathery. And these are all the things that you'll be expecting in a Cote Du Rhone. And for about $17 in a bottle shop, I think that it's pretty smart. Beautiful tannin. It definitely coats your mouth. It's got this really fresh berry characteristic to it as well. The beauty of the half bottle is that this is a 2004 vintage, so given that the cork is the same size for a normal bottle, you're going to see the aging happen a lot quicker. So you're going to see 2004, if this was in full bottle, it'd be much fresher, so now you're going to see a bit more development. So we've let this wine sit for a little bit, just to expose it to a bit of air and let it show itself. And now we're seeing a lot more sort of fresh tobacco and pepper coming through, which is really classic sort of flavour profiles of Grenache and Syrah. I think they call the Shiraz Syrah in France. The fruit's there as well, but it's much more savoury wine. And as time goes on, and if you're having food with that, it's got so much complexity. And for a wine that's $17 for a half bottle, it's not unmatchable, but it's pretty close. You get a lot of enjoyment, get a little bit of it, and if you want to drink more, just buy 2. As I said, about $17 in the bottle shops, but if you can't find it, you can always log on to www.benandwine.com and we'll sort you out.